Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome. And we are going to be reviewing something very, very interesting in a set this week. Hopefully we'll see how these go. This will be the first one, and what this is the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy, Bug Bite. Yep, that's it, part of the Generations line, and yes, there it is. This is the outside of the packaging. This is, if you watch the War for Cybertron trilogy, and you see the second season, I think that these guys show up. I think. Could have been the first season. Anyway, we're going to be reviewing Bug Bite, and this is pretty much what the box looks like. And yeah, here he is in the packaging, and these are the instructions that fell out because I had taken them out previously. And there's not really much to say about the packaging. It's just pretty much your standard box that they put it in. So let's go on ahead and crack this thing open. This is my first time even taking a look at the figure, so let's pop these here and then do the same here without scratching any paint. There you go. And we'll take this out. You can see that this is essentially the same weapon that we got with Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee. So let's go ahead and pop them out here and then put the plastic aside. We will wipe away all this trash. Okay, so let's get a little closer look at him. Yeah, he's pretty cool looking, and yet he does sport that symbol right there for the mercenaries, and he has the Bumblebee head sculpt. And if you didn't know what Bug Bite was a GoBot, but not in this series. So he was a GoBot. The name was bought by Hasbro, and then they wound up. I think there was one set where they made like a white version of him, but basically he was a Beetle, in the Volkswagen Beetle, in the GoBots line. Anyway, they decided to bring him on board, and look, this is what he looks like. This is really cool. And by the way, let's take a look here. The joints on this, I just got them out of package. All the ankle tilts and everything, they're really tight, so no mold degradation or anything like that on this figure. I picked this thing up at Hasbro Pulse, and I think that you can still get it there. But there's the back of the figure, there's the front. He's got some great posability. He comes with this cannon thing. This is, like I said, the same thing that comes with the Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee figures. Now, I'm not going to show this off. You know, there are plenty of videos that talk about this. We're going to compare just the different molds across, you know, what Bumblebee, which I have them right here. So let's take a look at them, and you can see the head sculpts are pretty much the same. Only difference we have here is that Bumblebee is yellow and has blue eyes, and that his head sculpt is white with red eyes. So that's what you got going on there. So and this is not painted black. It is a very, very dark smoky black. Let's take a look here at Cliff Jumper, and you can see the mold is pretty much the same. The paint on the tips of the feet and everything else, and yeah, I did put an Autobot symbol there. Why not? I mean, you know, if they're gonna put that mercenary symbol on there, I also put the Autobot symbol on him. I'm gonna do the same thing with Bumblebee. But you can kind of take a look, and you can see that this is a transparent blue plastic. This is actually it's hard to tell, but I'm gonna pop this open. It is a transparent, smoky plastic. It's very, very dark, though. So, but that's kind of what these guys look like side by side. Let me lower this down just a bit. Oh, hey, you're supposed to stay standing up, man. All right, so let's do that here. There we go. Nice. All right, so. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we're dealing with here. So here's what they look like side by side. So the three versions of this mold. I'm not aware if there's another version of this mold out there besides these three. So That's what we're dealing with. So, oh, by the way, so if you wanted to take a look, this is Cliffjumper's weapon. You can see that it is exactly the same, and it is just painted silver. Where it's painted silver, it's painted purple on this, and I like that. I like this purple. I like this purple weapon. I like the paint accents on that because that's a cool color. So, yeah. By the way, if you didn't know, here's the instructions. Yep, and it's pretty much going to do the same. However, we're just going to go through the transformation, and we'll do some comparisons after we get him into his alt mode. So, to start, we will go on ahead, and I'm going to turn this around. Then we're going to take this off here of the backpack. Flip that peg in, and then we'll just set that aside for now. Okay, and the next thing we want to do is open up that canopy thing or whatever it is, the hood, and then we're going to fold these down here, and then we're going to flip this over and then go like this. Now let's see here, the next step we want to do, flip that down and then bring these over so that they flip this way. And now we're going to you want to get it ready, open up these here. I'll untab these wheels, and then we'll flip these panels that way, and then flip the tire up. And do the same thing for the other side. Flip, and then flip the tire up. Now we've got all that set. Fold this all the way back down this way, tab these together, and push these forward. Actually, what you want to do with these is make sure that these shoulder joints are rotated that way, so that they're facing in the back. We'll deal with that in just a second. Close these. Go on ahead and close all this. Snap it together if you can. Alright, and there's that. And then go on ahead and take these now that you have these oriented this way. Fold them up, and then fold them down. Whoops, actually, I probably did this just a little wrong. Hold on. So what we want to do, let's go back. Okay, so we want to make sure that these are down this way. So yeah, actually I got it right. But you want to make sure that when you do this, do this and then fold it this way before you close these. Otherwise you won't have the clearance, just like I did right there. Close all these doors and make sure they're kind of tabbed together. Push those in, straighten these arms out so that they're sticking out kind of like this, and the hands are oriented like that. And then take this, and you'll see the two pegs, peg them in right there. Whoops. Let's see if we can get that here. Close it up. Close that up. And there you go. And that's it. There is Bug Bite in his alt mode. Now this is really neat because, yeah, okay, so he's not a bug, but he is the same mold as Cliffjumper. Okay, and for comparison, here he is with Cliffjumper in his alt mode. And you can kind of take a look and see what the differences are between these two here. This was the symbol that was already on Cliffjumper when I bought this, and this is the one I added. So, and then here's what they look like from their sides, and here's what they look like from the back. And you can see that, well, this one here has the Cliffjumper has like the silver paint here. This is just black all the way across. So, and then we also have Bumblebee here, which honestly I really would have liked Bug Bite to be in this mold. That would have been really, really awesome because I do like the Beetle as a car. However, yeah, this still works. So here's what those three look like right there. So yeah, this is do I recommend this figure? Absolutely, I recommend this figure. I think that this thing is pretty dang awesome and worth it. I think you can get it as low as $20 from some online retailers right now. as of the time of this recording. And if you can't find it there, you of course can pay a little bit more from eBay. But I would check some of the retailers, because this thing is still it's still out there, and I think it's worth it, especially if you're building up your War for Cybertron collection. Okay, everyone, that's pretty much what I got for today, so I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.